It works. Awesome. So, welcome to the first Instagram live for YAMT. I'm so nervous, y'all. Oh my god. My wife may be the only one who attends this, so I'm here for it. This is very last minute. But I'm so happy that this week is finally here, that we're finally able to kick off our virtual flea market, and I'm here to tell you guys a little bit more about it. So to start off, introduce myself. I am Ashante. I am the founder and executive director of YAMT, You Are More Than. And throughout this month, we are fundraising to support our survivor-led small business program. And that program is called Nurture. So throughout the month, we will be here featuring small businesses around the country, from New Jersey, from California, from New York, who are doing great things in their community, and they identify as survivor-led, LGBTQ+Led, or BIPOC-Led. So I'm so excited to kick off our series and, feature our social enterprise that's a part of YAMT. So, to give you guys a little bit of a background about me, I am a clinician in my local community, and I specialize in working with trauma survivors of childhood trauma specifically, and folks within the LGBTQ plus community. And, before being a therapist, I was a music teacher. So I've had a variety of career paths before becoming a nonprofit founder, and it's just a part of my story. I also have lived experiences as a survivor of trafficking, so I have to be different. It's just me. So I started YAMT. I conceptualized and thought about starting YAMT actually, maybe, I guess my wife could confirm this, 5 years ago. Maybe a little bit more. I did an interview for her class. It was some psychology class, and she quoted me, and I still have the essay. It's like on my computer, and it's like, I was talking about working in a nonprofit in New York that specialized in working with children who've survived trafficking, young adult women who've survived trafficking. And I don't remember what we were talking about. Basically that I wanted to have my own nonprofit. I wanted to work in New York for 5 more years. That was a joke. And I wanted to be able to be this free-flowing entrepreneur. And I said, I really hope that whoever reads this essay or whoever is looking to do this work in the future, that they know that you are more than just a survivor. You are more than how the world has made you feel. Because quite often when you've experienced gender-based violence, it's so personal, and it's so much where you wake up in the morning and you look at your own body and you're just like, I hate it. I hate being me. I hate being in this place that I'm in. I hate the way that the world has treated me, and I'm not worth more than how the world has treated me, how the world has put me in this bad place. And so my philosophy behind You Are More Than is, you are more than how the world has made you feel. You are more than just a survivor. You are more than just the bad stuff that has happened to you. You are more than your trauma narrative. So that's how I came up with YAMT. So it was in conceptualization years and years ago. And then in July, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start it, quarantine. People were making babies. I was making nonprofits, so I got a group of my very, very close colleagues together and friends and said, hey, I want to start a nonprofit. Would you be behind this? Would you support this? What would this look like? And so I built a board, and I built a website, and I do all the marketing, and we have our first webinar this week. So it's definitely a hard journey, but it's a fulfilling journey because I'm using my experiences, my lived experiences, for something that goes beyond me. And not everyone has to do that, but for me, this is how I am choosing to kind of find my purpose in the world. And it honestly has always been my purpose. You know, in college, I used to have two very close women. Well, they're still a part of my life now. Two very close women who would be like, Ashante, you just have to get through school and everything will be fine. And I'm like, listen, it will be fine, but I have this drive in me to do something, and I need to do it. I want to do it. And how can I make that happen? And so now, 2020, how many years has it been since I graduated undergrad? A while. Years. And my dream is coming true. So I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to have started this organization and to support my community. So I'm so cute. I put like a little descriptor of what I'm going to talk about. Girl, I ain't practice. We just going to go with the flow. So, I have lived experiences. I'm a queer survivor. And the idea behind YAMT also is to be able to support double marginalized folks. So, yes, we support survivors across all backgrounds, but I wanted to be able to create a space where it was very much specific for Black and brown survivors, very much specific for LGBTQ+ survivors, because you don't hear of a lot of organizations that are doing very specific work, and that is led by that person who has that lived experience, who is Black and is able to say, yes, I'm also a survivor, and yes, I also identify as queer, and I know what it feels like to grow up as queer and to be exploited as a queer person, and just that dynamic that a lot of people don't understand. And so I wanted to be able to create a space through YAMT that looked at being a double marginalized individual and exploitation. And how can we support my community so that we're uplifted rather than continue to be re-exploited? Survivorship to me looks like empowerment. Survivorship to me looks like I want to build an organization that doesn't use our trauma narratives as fundraising, because that is the move. That's what everyone likes to do. They're like, yeah, listen to this very sad story and see how this person felt when they went through these experiences, and then give us lots of money. And it's like, okay, it can come from a good place. It can feel very empowering in the moment for certain people, but I also want to create spaces where I'm not just seen for my trauma. We are not just seen for, here, let's use your narrative of exploitation as a way to garnish funds, because let's just re-exploit you over and over and over again, because it's easier that way than actually showing people that we're just people too. We're humans too, and we have lives outside of our survivorship. So I really wanted to shift the narrative in the movement when it comes to public speaking and when it comes to providing jobs for survivors that go beyond saying, hey, here, I will give you a $250 honorarium to share your sad story, or here, I will give you $250 to learn how to do a skill that will last you for a very long time, that will help you create careers, that will help you break down barriers, that will help you learn how to go out into a corporate space or go out into a social entrepreneurship space and be able to thrive, rather than keeping you in this tiny box of, here, you're just a survivor speaker. I wanted to create a space where it goes beyond that. And that's really what Nurture by YAMT aims to do. We want to employ survivors to be able to utilize their skills, to utilize their crafts, to build their own tables when it comes to creating career opportunities for themselves. And we need to invest in the community in order for the investment to show itself. We need to be able to say, hey, I hear you. You want to be let's make a job up. You want to be a professional designer, a professional home designer. Yes, great. Let's do that. How can we help you become a professional home designer? What do you need to invest in your business? Let's make business cards. Let's get you connections in the community. Let's buy you a new laptop. Let's buy you a space. Let's help you learn how to network with people so that you can build those relationships by yourself. What can we do together that is investing in you rather than saying, here's money, bye. Hope you can get your next gig. Hope you can get your next consulting job, because that doesn't create a sustainable life. It doesn't create a sustainable career, and I want to shift that for survivors. So this next couple weeks, I'm really excited for you guys to meet the different participants that we have on board in terms of the flea market. We have artists, we have authors, we have people who are making dope ass, ooh, there might be cursing in this live. We have people who are making dope, healing materials, crystals, candles, and they're from a broad range, again, from around the country. So I'm really excited for you to meet them. I'm really excited for you to see why it's so important to invest in your local small businesses. And I'm so happy that you've decided to come along this journey with us for YAMT. We're a bebe nonprofit. If you watch Schitt's Creek, you get that reference. We're a bebe nonprofit, but we are going to grow and we are going to thrive, and we appreciate all the support that we've been getting over the last couple of months as we build upon our foundation that we're building. So thank you so much. This was the quickest live in life, but it's all good. Look out for our live on Wednesday, where we will be talking to an author, an LGBTQ+ author, and I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.